This is a video of 1.0 acres listed by Mark Rockefeller, Teton Valley Realty. The property is located in Irwin, Idaho, and I'm standing just inside the front entry gate and showing you a view of the mountains. The video is being taken at a wide angle setting on the lens for the purpose of getting the maximum amount of pictures and photos, if you will, in the video presentation. And that way you'll be able to see more, but understand that the mountain ranges look closer than they are in the video presentation. I'm just doing a 360 turnaround from the entry, and then I'm going to explain that the property itself is fully fenced with what we call netting wire, steel posts, and treated posts. All of the corners are marked with flagging, and if you follow my zoom in, you can see in the distance there's a corner post that has an orange flag on it. At or about those corner posts at the fence border, and the fence is built inside, is the actual property pin, and that would be the southeast corner. I'm going to scroll back out again, and I'm going to take you through the area where a home would likely be built. And that would be right in this grassy vicinity. This is an irrigated lawn with an automated timer. And that's situated over here on the pole. The power pole would likely have to be relocated, and you would want to pull power underground in order to build the home. But it is certainly possible to work around the power pole if you wanted to leave it there and avoid that mild additional cost. What I'm showing you is a connection here for the irrigation system, and that's the timer. It's an orbit system. There's an outlet. There's a power pole with meter base on it. There's a main disconnect. That's the green box below the meter base. And then there is a Grundfos well control that's in the screen now. The well is located over here on the south end of the property, and it is right there adjacent to a faucet, and it also has a stem that goes down and shut-off valve for the irrigation system. And that is right there adjacent to the well for convenience. That's typically where water loops are installed from a well placement in close proximity for irrigation purposes. You can see that the property's been landscaped with trees, and it's really quite a nice setting with a nice view. Easy year-round access on a paved road, and that's called the Irwin North Road. You access this from Highway 26 heading south and east out of Idaho Falls, and then you follow Highway 26 through Swan Valley, and you follow it right there to Irwin on the east end. And you see a pole there in the distance. That's where the back corner pin is. All of the pins are prominently marked, and that is, there's still pins that we've located on 3 of the 4 corners that were placed in the ground by the original owner. And those are quite visible and easy to find. And you can see it there adjacent to the base of the pole. As I swing back around, you see there's also a blue 50-gallon drum cut in half, and the purpose for that is to keep anyone who's cutting the lawn from running over what is a sewage dump that is situated adjacent to the septic system. The septic system has 2 sewage dumps that I've seen, and you look directly behind the building, there's kind of a raised mound. That's where the septic tank is, and the drain field will run off to, I believe, the north, but I'll have a copy of a a sewer permit report that will show an actual sketch. And so if you wanted to have an RV on the property, you would be able to dump your sewage here. You see there's some rocks in the bottom, again, to add protection, but there is a 4-inch ABS pipe down in there. There's frost-free hydrants placed all around, and those are connected to the well. The well system is live. I'm going to turn it on. The water is good, strong pressure. Very clean water here in Swan Valley. The well waters are very reliable. I'm going to then mention that each of the two red buildings built by Cleary Building, C-L-E-A-R-Y, have underground power routed to them. You can see someone mowing the lawn has run into that upright, but it can be protruded through the wall. There's a buried line that is the gray type conductor that's used for direct burial. There's another frost-free hydrant here for convenience and connectivity for RVs or for lawn use or whatever. And you can see they're all live. And then here's another clean out. You see the 4-inch ABS cap. And then a second clean out for the septic tank itself. The tank is a 1,000 gallon, I believe it's concrete. They are typically that. And I'm going to also zoom into the distant northwest corner. And if you look closely in the middle of the screen, you'll see the post that has an orange flag on top at the corner of the fence. And that again has another large diameter steel pin driven in the ground monumenting the corners. The two buildings are 27 feet by 30 feet on this smaller one that I'm right beside. And then the other one is, I believe, 42 by 46 feet. It's quite large. The doors are all fully insulated. The building walls are not, but in the event you wanted to insulate those, they're very easy to insulate. You could put heat in them. You would probably have to run a larger connector to them for electricity in order to handle higher amperage, but the underground buried line to them currently is sufficient to light the buildings and provide light utility tools and that sort of thing. This is the inside of the building. Concrete slabs, typically 4 inches thick. Code typically requires that there is a buried footer underneath the entry doors to prevent any form of frost heaving. And all of the posts that Cleary installs, they bore a big augured hole into the ground, fill the bottom of it with concrete serving as a footer. Treated posts are able to be installed directly into the ground because they're treated and they don't rot. All of the roof system is trussed, and they're designed to carry the snow loads. So you can see you could easily add the large fiberglass bats, or you could do a blow-in insulation for both the roof system and the walls if you wanted to have heated buildings. But otherwise, you leave them as they are. The doors are steel, insulated doors. The garage door, the overhead door that is, you can see is fully insulated. And it does have a window just for some daylight. And again, this building is 27 feet by 30 feet in dimension. Well built, engineered to meet the snow loading, and they're built to meet specifically the code requirements for this location, which is a relatively heavy snow load. Attractive landscaping, good lawn, excellent gravel driveway, well maintained. The owner, you can see, has sprayed weeds. Some of the small volunteers coming up through the gravel are certainly browned out because he maintains the environment. He mows the irrigated lawn. The trees are irrigated, by the way, as well, and that has pop-up sprinkler irrigation system. I'm going to walk across the driveway, and as I go there, I'm going to cast the video camera towards the northeast corner, and you'll see as I zoom in again that there is a frost-free hydrant conveniently placed close to the building in case you wanted to park an RV outside and have water access. And then if you look at the corner in the distance, You can see near the for sale sign that there is a orange flag on top, and there is another steel stake situated right at that corner. Again, the fence is built inside the corner stakes. Property lines here typically in a platted town site lot, 1 acre in size in Irwin, run to the center of the paved road that is the access road, which we also call Irwin North, or North Irwin Road. Again, you access it here to the south. You can't quite see the intersection in the distance, but that access is then connecting with the old Irwin Road, which takes you to the center of the town site of Irwin. You can see other people utilize mobile homes, not mobile homes, I should say, motor homes or trailers, camping equipment. And this property could be perfect for a home as well as meaning a single-family residence built upon that. And we have been told by Irwin City that it should be eligible easily for a single-family residence in addition to these two buildings. We're going to get written verification from that at the June 5, 2018 City Council meeting, but the Planning and Zoning Administrator, his name is Jay Rice, has indicated that he sees no reason why it would not be eligible as long as you sat within the setbacks. So if you wanted to build a home, you could take out the power pole if it was a large home, and you could situate the home on that grassy area and have an irrigated lawn around it and be right in close proximity to the drive entry and also to the smaller of the two buildings, 27 by 30. Now I'm going to walk you through the larger building, which is really quite well done. And these buildings, by the way, are relatively new, you can see. The owner started erecting these back, I believe he said 2007, don't hold me to that. But you can see this building has some large daylight windows on both sides, that is the east and the west, that pick up plenty of morning and afternoon sunlight for good solar exposure. Again, a steel man door for access, lockable. Concrete apron out in front of this building, very well done. Pretty expensive concrete nowadays, I might say. And all of the overhead doors on this building are fully insulated. I'm going to walk inside the building and show you that, and I'm going to show you the dimension of the floor and some of the large vehicles that have been stored inside. And that gives you a feel for the utility value of this structure. He's got a full-size pickup with a extended cab and an 8-foot bed, plus a camper, and there's plenty of room in between the two. And then there's a large enclosed trailer for utility purposes. As I go inside, you can see that you get excellent daylight. This is a wonderful building. The roof truss system, again engineered for snow loading, is a bit larger than the other one. This has 2x6 webbing and 2x10 or 12 bottom cord, as they call it. They're pre-engineered trusses that Cleary installs, again, on top of pressure-treated laminated posts. These posts are, again, on concrete footers and well secured. All of the systems you can see are in excellent condition. The doors, the concrete. I see virtually no cracks whatsoever. There are always hairline cracks in concrete, but very little movement, no uplifting. Excellent, good condition.